welcome. My name is Karen James. Today we're going to talk about what actually the court said on today's Nnamdi Kanu court matter. Because if really you are indeed saying the fact about terrorism in Nigeria, that means all those bandits that they released from the prison also need to be taken to court for them to also give them their own judgments. The judgment today said court convicts Nnamdi Kanu on all seven counts of terrorism. Wow. To me, my understanding now is tribalism, because if a Fulani man will be in the custody prison, will be in prison, tomorrow they release him. Nnamdi Kanu have been in that place since before Buhari died, and still he's not yet released, not even granted bail. Okay, Federal High Court in Abuja has found Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOP, guilty on all seven counts of terrorism filed against him by the federal government. Delivering judgment on Thursday, James Omotosho, Yoruba man, the presiding judge, held that the prosecution has successfully established every allegation against him. He noted that Kanu offered no credible defense and deliberately refused to challenge the evidence present in court. Omotusho described the IPOB leader as a person who cannot be allowed to remain in the company of sin man. What does that mean? But those people, those Fulani men, the henchmen that keep on killing people everywhere. So the federal government gave the license to be doing that. If you cannot apprehend them and keep them in custody the way you keep Nnamdi Kanu, that shows this is a tribalism fight, not longer terrorism fight. If you can put this straight, because not everybody will tell you exactly what I'm saying. What I am saying is, for the fact you can say Nnamdi Kanu should be taken in and not remain in the company of sin minds, that means you are not giving a fair judgment in this particular issue. Okay, Omoto Show described the IPOB leader as a person who cannot be allowed to remain in the company of sin minds. I don't get it. If you said that you cannot remain in the company of sin minds, what about the Fulanis, the henchmen, the people who goes around killing innocent souls? I will show you a video where they slaughter a soldier's head. Do you want to tell me it's Nnamdi Kanu that sent them to go and slaughter the head, or what? What are you trying to achieve in what you just passed as a judgment? To me, this judgment is not good. It's unfair. This is not a fair judgment. This is unfair judgment. Because I keep on asking, what has the young man done? What has he done? What is that he did that you people kept him in custody? He added that Kanu's long-held claims of being a freedom fighter could not even show an example, or could not even show an evidence taking action by the bond of the law. He, according to him again, he said, I must say here that the defendant has always claimed to be a freedom fighter and only seeking justice for his people. But it is true, he's a freedom fighter, he seeks justice for his people, he needs his own country, he is sick and tired of Nigeria. That doesn't mean you keep him in custody, you seize him up, while the Fulanis are busy going around killing people, just like what happened yesterday in Imo State, that Fulani came into someone's state, which is the southeast, Imo State for that matter, to come and fight them. And you think you cannot go there and apprehend them and tell them what they are doing is bad? Apprehend the leader, keep him in the custody. All this injustice will stop. All this terrorism in the country will stop. Like what happened in Kebbi, what happened in Kwara, what happened in Taraba, what happened in Zafara, what happened in Zaria, what happened in Kaduna, what happened in Plateau State. Tell me all this. You want to tell me it is Nnamdi Kanu who told them to go and do such a thing? Those people are they not terrorists too? Let's say the fact and keep the truth straight. I must tell you the truth. If anyone wants to speak the truth, the person should come out and say it fairly. Don't use tribalism because he's an Igbo man, you're a Yoruba man. You just judge it according to because of he is an Igbo. No, let's judge this thing fairly and openly to see if actually what you judged was right. I'm taking it to myself because I never expected such judgment to end up like this. A man has been in the custody of the federal government for how many years now, and no way for them to release him. It's unfair. What about his family, his children, his wife? Think about all this. If all the terrorists can be in every corner of the country and be busy killing people and still see their own family, why won't you allow him to go home and see his family? You can tell him, okay, don't ever come to Nigeria again. In fact, you are banned from traveling out of the country. You'll be able to go back to your family. It's better than you keeping him in the custody. This is not an acceptable judgment. Any self-determination not done in accordance with the law and rules of the country is illegal, the judge said. How? A young man came out and said he needs his own country. He wants his own country. He wants Biafra to come to an existence. I never see anything wrong with it. That is his own decision. You are supposed to look into it. If you want Igbos to remain in Nigeria, treat them well. Because Igbos are being match-witted. And apart from that, Igbos are not even taken along. At the same time, they keep on killing them. They believe that anywhere Igbo goes to, they develop. It is their calling and also their nature. Look at the Hausas. The Hausas doesn't have a problem in the country, but the Fulanis are the one killing. Are the main terrorists? But then, you federal government have not gone there to do something about it or to know how to catch the kingpin of the terrorists and seize him, keeping the way you kept Nnamdi Kanu, and for us to have peace in the country. But you keep on accusing an innocent man you went to Libya to kidnap and bring him down to Nigeria. According to the judge, Kanu pursued his initiation through brutal force and terrorism. Why will you even say such a thing? You want to tell us that all those forces that died in Tabisa Forest, it was Nnamdi Kanu that does that. He sent his men to kill them. Or you want to tell me that Nnamdi Kanu is in the custody of DSS? Are the DSS not seeing him? Are they not hearing him when he talks? Do you want to tell us that Nnamdi Kanu sent his own secret islands to go and kill those soldiers? It's unacceptable. I don't believe what you just said in this judgment, because to me, all bloodshed of the innocent blood were killed by the henchmen and also by the Boko Haram, which you people need to go and pick them up and keep them in the custody. I don't see whereby you just stay and you say Nnamdi Kanu did this, Nnamdi Kanu did that. I don't like putting mouth in anything concerning this kind of judgment. But they say in this particular case, I have to put my, because it's not, the judgment is not fair at all. It is something that every whole South is will keep on asking themselves, why are Igbos being rejected? Why are Igbos being maltreated? Why are Igbos being doing this and that? I don't get it. We need to tell ourselves the truth. If you don't like the Igbos, put it straight in a big bold and said, we don't want Igbos. It will be more understandable than you telling us that Nnamdi Kanu have been the one initiating, gathering, combining, coordinating all the whole bloodshed in the country. That's Nnamdi Kanu that caused it. Both one of the South is and the one of the North and the one of the West and the one of the South. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Let's be very straight and be straight in this. An approach, he said, resulted in the bloodshed of innocent citizens. How does that include Nnamdi Kanu in this matter, in this talk? And the so-called lawyer whosoever that investigated this matter only did this just to hunt him down. The truth is, Nnamdi Kanu is innocent. He is indeed innocent. Because you don't just wake up one morning and start saying this and start saying that, this, that, blah, 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 and Nnamdi Kanu killed. Have you seen, since he has been in that custody, did you see anybody that came there and he gave the person authority to go and kill whosoever he wants to kill? Let's be very, very considerable and also have this conscience in us. A man has been away for a long time without seeing his family. The child that his wife gave birth to, he have not set his eyes on that child, and the child is now a grown-up, only hearing, he only hears about the child. He have not seen that person. The next thing you do is to pass a judgment telling us that what the judgment said, that Nnamdi Kanu convicts all 7 counts of terrorism. I don't get them. Is you're calling him the highest terrorist in the country, which is unacceptable. The judge, he also commended that the prosecution witness observing their claim, despite what he described as provocative questioning and concluding that they were witness of truth, the allegation. The allegation said the persecution alleged that Kanu, an indigenous of Ohafia of Abia State, as a member and also a leader of IPOB, sometimes in September 2021, committed an act of terrorism against Nigeria and its people by allegedly making a broadcast received and heard in Nigeria with intent of intimidating the public, threatening that the people would die and that the whole world would stand still. Up to date, the Biafra radio is still going on. You want to tell me it's Nnamdi Kanu that is on the radio talking, someone that is in custody of DSS? Nigeria, my people, let's be straight here. Forget the tribalism of the thing. Okay, right now I have Honorable Frank Obi online, and we just got him now for him to tell us more on the allegation they led on Nnamdi Kanu concerning the seven, according to what he said, that the court convicted Nnamdi Kanu on seven counts of terrorism. And Frank, good afternoon.
Yeah, afternoon.
And according to what he said, I believe you've been hearing the stuff about the judgment of today.
Okay.
They said that Nnamdi Kanu had been the masterminded person behind the killing of the soldiers in Nigeria. What's your take on that?
So he's masterminding the killing of soldiers from DSS detention cell. Now the fact still stands that Nigeria don't want to accept the fact that they don't have any charges against him.
Okay.
Don't have one single charge against him, and letting him go will be a shame to Nigeria. Imagine letting him go back to Kenya, where they abducted him from.
Okay.
And from Kenya, it goes back to UK. It's a shame. So instead of Nigeria swallowing their pride, like allow the young man to go back to Kenya, they're from Kenya back to okay, what about the so-called Boko Haram?
Okay.
Has been known for killing soldiers. No, confirmed. What has been done to them? Nothing.
Hello, are you online?
It's a sham. The whole court judgment is a sham, and it's a sensitive issue to be talking about this time. So I don't think there's anything they have against the young man. Nothing.
Okay, and again, another question is the Boko Haram, with those bandits they've been catching, they've been putting in prison, they send them to prison, and still the same break that prison and come out. What's your take on that? Are they not terrorists, or are they just freedom fighters?
That is the news they wanted to believe, that they broke the prison to come out. That's what they wanted to believe.
Okay.
Just the other day, the president of America said that he's coming to Nigeria to fish them out, and there was pandemonium everywhere. Everybody started justifying the number of Christians killed. Minister Tuga said it's 177 Christians that have been killed over the past 5 years, forgetting the Christmas gift mother of only 500 for just one night. 500 Christians, not to talk of 5 years. You can imagine the whole system is just messed up. I don't believe in the system, so I don't have anything against the system.
Okay, thank you very much for being part of today's edition. Thank you, Frank. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Okay, as you can see, this is exactly what we are saying, that Nigeria has nothing against that guy. They don't want to swallow the pride they have to release him. My viewers out there, I know you have something to say. Let's drop it in the comment section. Tell me your take on this. If actually the judgment they passed to Nnamdi Kanu is okay by you, send it on the comment section, because I believe this is pure tribalism. This is not judgment. It's unfair and unacceptable. Thank you very much for being part of today's edition. My name is Karen. See you in my next episode. Bye-bye.